Well, good evening. Just hang on one second. We got a little camera problem. It's acting a little goofy. So just sit back and relax. As you can see, I got my Ace fixer upper. Yep, that's how it works. Camera's acting all glitchy. We're not going to use it. We don't need it. We don't need to see it. It's just the back of my big head. So, all right. Tim Hunter, I hear you. All good. That's awesome. Appreciate. We had a little bit of trouble. Restream was acting funny, and not funny, ha ha. Well, here we are, Wednesday night. What do you want to talk about? There's a million things we could talk about. There's, of course, our loveliest national news, local news, and state news. We got a clean slate to talk about whatever we want to do. Of course, we can take phone calls at area code 814-873-3612. And I was cleaning up today, and I found I voted. Now I change it over just a little bit. It's a little crooked. There it goes. That's straighter. Sorry about that. June 27th. What's June 27th? I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. What do you want to talk about, Kim? If you want to call in, go ahead. We don't have any guests lined up. We have some that we have been talking to about coming on the show, and they're big names. All hot shots, all big players, and you know what? We're going to have, we have debates. Well, who saw the video that was spliced together of Joe Biden being all tough and rough? I'll debate you anywhere. I hear it. And what a smart ass. I hear you're open on Wednesday afternoons. Really? And how many hours did they have to take to piece that together? And you can tell he's squinting really hard on the prompter. He's trying really hard to read, and you could tell that you could see the edits. If you were paying attention, you could see how that thing was spliced together. And of course, we have our official Trump tumbler. If you want a Trump tumbler, you get a hold of Brenda. Trump tumbler. Got some pop in there. Right over here. Well, like I said, we always start off the show with a lot of different things. Let's talk about stacks of mail-in ballots. Stacks of mail-in ballots, applications to get registered. If you know someone that now again, these are and get registered too. So yeah, I haven't even opened these packs up yet because I finished my last pack and Kim has finished all her packs. And, now we're going to push hard. I mean, we got to push hard. We got a lot of people in the background. We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of local campaigns and state campaigns coming to Erie to pay attention and help us get this stuff. I've talked to several different camps, and they're basically hiring people to come in and help. And it's not that that's a bad thing. Don't you think the Democrats aren't doing it? They've been doing it for years. They've been buying voters left and right. So yeah, this is the official Pennsylvania registration application and mail-in ballot. So it's a one-stop shop. So if you know someone that's not registered, a lovely family out here in Harbor Creek, I was out doing these on the road show, and she stopped over and said, "My son's registered. He just turned 18, and he voted in the primary." So this is exactly what we want to hear. We want to see these young folks, people like myself, Brenda, Kim, Stan. You guys are all super voters. We totally get that, and we understand that, and that's exactly what we want. But we need new people. We need lots of new people. We're at a huge deficit. They outnumber us, the Democrats versus Republicans. And when we have, 60, 70% of local Republicans not getting out and vote, okay, that's fine. Same broken record, same thing. I'm going to say over and over again. Here's your answer. Oh, poo those. Well, then get out and vote. I've Brenda's filled out her whole family. Kim, I know you've had a ton of new registers and party changes and applications for mail-in ballots. And it's a tool. I think We figured out how they cheated. We're gonna watch them. So now they have to come up with new ways to cheat, and we're gonna watch them again. And we need poll watchers. We need people to go down to the courthouse and watch them do the counting. That's not where the cheat's happening. It's really not. These guys. If you watch the national news, they talk about you know the all these illegal aliens, how they want to get them to register to vote. Well, of course they are. This is exactly what they do in Erie. This is part of the cheat. That's not cheating, Brian. Yeah, it's cheating. I think it was the Erie Institute. They're the ones that do all the in processing of all these new Americans, as Rainbow Joe refers to them as. They have the League of Women Voters have a, hey, welcome, thanks for coming, appreciate it. Hey, when you get your cards, we're going to get you registered. They're Democrats. I will say, I had a conversation with Tom Eddy about this, and he said he actually asked permission to come in and talk to these new voters, these new Americans, the ones that are on a path to become citizens. They won't let them in. They won't let the Republicans come in and talk to these people. You you talk about election interference. They're only letting the Democrats talk to them. So they're like, "Well, hey, we're the ones that gives you all this stuff. We're here. We're talking to you because we care about you." I'm going to get a lot nasty letter from the League of Women Voters. You know, they've never done me a favor. They've never given me an endorsement. You know, they've done nothing. They're because they're Democrats. So this is how we know that they're interfering with the election. They won't even let these new Americans let them know it's a two-party system. Nope. Register as a Democrat, you vote Democrat, you're good to go. Cheating, 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 and more cheating. Um, and again, I'm not 100% fan of Tom Eddy, but at least he tried. I give him credit for that. He actually went down there and said, "Hey, what? Why don't we get to talk to these new Americans? Why don't we have the opportunity to potentially register them as Republicans?" Nope. They're recruiting. They're stacking the deck. They're card shuffling on these registrations. You wonder why there's more registered Democrats and here Canada and then Republicans. Well, there you go. That's just one scenario that has come out in the open. That's just one in Erie County. Just imagine the other counties are, I can only assume that they have this strategy throughout the Commonwealth and the United States. Why do you think they dumped 10 million people in here? Why do you think these governors are pushing to get these people on the voter rosters? You know, but there's some governors that are pushing against it, say, no, you're here illegally. You should get zero benefits. And you do not have the privilege of voting in an election because you're not here. How do we even know who you are? We don't know who you are. How can we give you a voter registration? We don't even know who you are. You mean to tell me that these people would lie on who they are? You know, they have no records. They have nothing. And here we are, just come on in, get registered to vote. This is all this whole immigration thing is. And has anybody heard anything on the news about the border? Hey, Brad, nice having a chat with you and your friend. I appreciate that. We'll work that out. So it's just an issue of here we are, um, being tapped on the shoulder while they're reaching in our pockets to steal our wallet. What's going on down at the border? Where is it that magically the news cycle dropped it? Now they're on to the next problem. Oh, I'm sorry. The Palestinian invasion and sniffy, creepy old Joe is literally on the news talking about bringing Palestinians into the country right from Palestine, bringing them in, shipping them right in here on our tax dollars so they can have more homegrown terrorists. This is literally the definition of insanity, where everything that we know and have really held true to our beliefs that what our country's about. is slowly getting chipped away, and we're letting it happen. And how are we letting it happen? We're not getting out and vote. I'm disenfranchised, Brian. I'm upset. My feelings are hurt. Okay, I understand that. Now, how do we make you feel better? I'm going to hold up a doll and I want you to point on where it hurts you. It doesn't. It's all in your head. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Sure was am I pissed off that Trump didn't get reelected. I get it. What do? We dig in deeper. Stan digs in deeper. Kim digs in deeper. Brenda digs in deeper. Hey Karen, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Pretty quiet on the border issue lately. Everything is on Trump trial. Isn't that amazing? The perfect timing of all that. That the Trump trial trumps the border crisis. So, what border crisis? What are you talking about? There's no border. Man, that last video that I put up and got busted, I got a big smack on the hand about that, where these illegal aliens literally cross the border. Hey, mom. Illegally. They invaded this country by force. They overthrew the United States Army because why? Their hands were tied. They weren't allowed to use force. They were only allowed to defend themselves. And no weapons are hot. Like, oh my God, you shot Pedro down on the border. Oh my God, oh my God. Well, you know what? Don't try to invade a foreign country. Go go to any country in the world, and I want you to see what happens to you if you literally put your hands on a member of their military and force your way into the country. They would shoot you dead. They would shoot you dead in your tracks for trying to come into this country illegally by force. That was an invasion, man. I think Germany used less force when they came into Poland, when they took over Poland. But here they are, fist to cuffs down on the border with their men and women with their hands tied. And that's what really pisses me off. Those men and women are highly trained. They know what to do. They know how to defend themselves, but their hands were tied. They weren't allowed to. So, they broke through, they did the best they could. They stood the ground, but when you're outnumbered 20-1, you have no chance. You have no chance. And that's exactly why. So they get arrested. They get arrested, and a liberal judge, what does he do? He lets them out the next day. So you can literally use force to overthrow our military, to come into the country illegally by force, and they let you out. They let you out. See, let's try that in Pakistan. Let's try that in Iraq. Let's try that in Palestine. To go to the border uh, and force your way in the country. See what happens. They shoot you dead. But here we are, Cupcake USA, and I'm telling you, I hope I am dead wrong. This is not going to end well. It's not. It's really not. I mean, they're literally just waiting to see what happens with the Trump trial. And you know what? Everyone's like, "Oh my God, he can't be on the campaign trail." Doesn't matter. Does it really matter that Donald Trump doesn't come to Erie, PA? Nope. Because his core, his base, his supporter, his patriots, or the Trumpers, or the people in the cult, everything that they have called us exactly what they are. And isn't that amazing how they do that? They come up, they realize what they're doing, and then we're the threat to democracy. I mean, I know I talked about this, that crazy wackadoodle Democrat in Erie, that former uh, chairman, they call him president of every kind, called Davis and I a threat to democracy because we disagree with them. Hey, Liz, did you ever serve your country? Did you ever take an oath to support and defend this country? Did you ever go into combat? Did you ever even do anything positive other than just degrade other people? It's just like Jimmy Wirtz. Boy, he's been quiet, really, really quiet. I'm shocked, because this is where they came out of the primary. They got to recoup. They got to get their dirty pack money together. They got to start buying all the crap. They're buying people to go out and work, and that's fine. That's what they do. The Republican Party, I guess we're not sharp enough to do that. They go pay people to go out and door knock and do what they do. I had folks canvassing the my neighborhood. I was really shocked. Is that Kim?
Hi, Ryan.
I don't.
Can you see me?
I see her little face pop up. No, let me shut this off here. One second, let me catch up.
Can you see me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. I had my
Can
other.
you hear me now?
Everybody, look at that. We got Kim Hunter. Now she always calls in. So with our new fancy smancy paid for restream, we can bring her smiley face on live. So how you doing tonight, Kim?
I'm good. Let's talk about, I can't wait, June 27th and September 10th.
What are those dates?
Ooh, Biden and Trump are going to have a debate.
See, I didn't even hear that yet. I saw his video where he was all angry and squinty and I'll debate you any day except you have Wednesdays open. Yeah, really? Come on, that was stupid. So is that official?
Oh, yeah. It's official, but now Biden is making demands. He says, that the mic has to be stopped, if somebody's interrupting somebody. So Trump came back and said, well, then I want the debate for at least 2 hours and you have to stand up the whole time.
Well, what's Joe going to do when he has to go poo?
Oh, I don't know. What's he going to do when he has to stand for 2 hours? He can't even make it across the lawn at the White House to get from the White House to Marine One.
Well, yeah, and that's how it works. They have the two folks at debate, like Pretzel and I. We invited him and he just didn't show. So because we know he's a coward and can't talk his way out of a paper bag.
He wouldn't even show up with Copeland to back him up.
Which is actually the trained monkey that can actually put a sentence together. But
Yeah.
I hadn't seen this about the debate. I think we're gonna have to clear our calendars. We're gonna have to make lots of popcorn and
Have a party.
yeah. Well, if we had an actual Republican headquarters that had more than 5 people in it, we could do a watch party, but you can only put 20 people in there and you're sitting on each other's laps. If anybody
Yeah.
we could have a hall, we could do something cool. If we had a little bit bigger of an environment, we could do that, but we don't have. Oh, look at that! You came up on the big screen.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Brenda. Brenda's doing her magic, right? Or is that you?
No. She's sitting in the command center she shed, and she's playing the controls to make it.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, no, I didn't understand it. Everybody, what day was that? June 27th.
June 27th and September 10th.
Okay.
And I'm kind of scared because CNN is doing the first one. Oh yeah, they're bypassing the people that usually put on the debates. And JFK Jr. is pissed. He's got hurt feelings because they're not letting him participate.
He's not a real candidate. He's just he's not. Right.
Well, and technically, this is the first time they're doing it, and Trump won't even have a chance to accept his endorsement.
Really?
Because that's not until July.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. I mean,
we know that's a done deal.
Right. No,
it's
gonna be exciting.
And this is even better. The hush money trial, quote unquote trial. Cohen's attorney is going to be there, and he has evidence from a conversation they had. And Cohen admits to his attorney that Trump had no idea what was going on, that Cohen took it upon himself to pay off Stormy Daniels to avoid any family embarrassment, that Trump had no idea he was even doing it.
No. Let me put my online shock face on. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We know what it's about. We know this is just a distraction. We get it. It's just an issue of what they can do, what they can get away with, and go from there.
Yes. But like you were talking about the mail-ins, guys, it's so important. Everybody's got kids graduating from high school. Congratulations. Let's get them registered, because right now we do not have the votes. And it would be a real embarrassment if Pennsylvania lost the presidential race. Such an embarrassment, because we know we love him. We know we want him as president. We need him as president, along with all of our other great Republicans are running for office. So if you're not doing anything, I would highly suggest you come out to Jake Vance's event. It's going to be so much fun. May 26th, Port Farms. Where are you going to go and spend a $20 bill and get to eat and have so much fun for what is it, 11 to 7? How many hours is that?
Oh,
And just have so much fun.
yeah, it's cutting right through my nap time. Skydivers. Where can you ride a bike?
Buffalo, Buffalo Road, rides for your kids and a car show. Come on,
No,
you know.
I totally get it. Hey Kim, can you hold your phone away from you about a foot? There you go. Let's try that. Everyone's saying that you're like super loud, so I can't bring your
Well, I'm
volume.
always super loud.
Yeah, then now you got your dog. Are you
Yeah.
in your jammies?
No,
I
I'm
was like,
just in a relaxing
I
outfit.
was like, I know this is a casual show, but this isn't the Fetterman show.
I've had a screaming migraine all day, and so me and BB just came upstairs to watch TV and the news, and Brenda called me. She goes, "I'm sending that link." I'm like, "Oh shit, is that late already?"
Yeah, well, time flies when you're having fun, So, Brenda, is that better? Is
Yeah.
that help the volume out a little bit?
Does that
Brenda
help?
can't Brenda can't talk tonight. We're having some issues with the sound, so she's just texting me. So I've been looking in here. RF.
How's that?
This is Karen Jackman texting. RFK and Trump should debate on Fox. He'd
Oh, that's
slaughter.
okay.
He'd slaughter him. I mean, I'm not
It
making
doesn't
fun
matter
of
who
this.
debates them; they're going to get slaughtered. He's too smart.
I know. I like Kennedy. I think he's all right. He's an okay Democrat. He's trying to do the right thing. He's gonna take a stab at it. I commend him. His own family just said no way. No way.
I know that was a dirty shot. That shows how Biden is. And you know what can I say? It'll help Trump because it's going to split that vote on the D side.
We get that. We know that. We're seeing that. Because that's in my opinion. Who am I? I'm just a guy that just looks at the numbers and tries to figure it out. Um, the Democrats don't like Biden, and they don't like Trump. So they're gonna hopefully the majority of the Democrats slide off their stuff and slide it over to Kennedy, and that's fine. And then that just makes it
Right,
a bigger win. It'll be a landslide. So thanks, Kennedy.
right.
And his own
Yeah,
Kennedy's own family dissed him and said, "We don't support you. We're supporting Biden." Well, there you go, folks.
yeah.
Uh, That's
Well,
that's
and
that's
I
how they
want to
are.
bring up that. I'd like to bring up that roof on the county prison, and how Rock Copeland is the instigator on, let's not repair, while we can still repair it before the whole thing has to be replaced. Let's not fund repairing that, because after all, he ran on, the county has to be more accountable to the city. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he
get it
wants.
through his thick head yet that is county money, not city money.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this is what the Democrats do. Why do you think they wanted my head on a platter? So they bought and paid for a pretzel, and he just votes however they tell him. At least Copeland can put a sentence together. But Copeland, you're absolutely right. To prop up what you said, Copeland said, "Well, the county needs to spend their fair share to city." You guys got 75 million. We got 55. While I was on council, we had dumped over 6 million back into the city to help them out. It's still not good enough. We have to fund diversity, equity, inclusion. How much money does the city of Erie put into diversity, equity, inclusion? Not one dime. So
Zero.
here, just because Copeland has a beard, wears cowboy boots, doesn't make him a contractor. When the
Right.
engineer and the contractor say we can patch it, but we're going to come back here in a couple of years and we're going to tear it off. It's going to be, twice as much. So here's the problem. Not a problem. We have the money. It's not like we have to take out a bond or put it on a credit card. There's 30 plus $1 million in surplus. Fix the roof, get it done right. No, typical Democrat. They just want to piecemeal this crap together and sponge that money off to some social. We need to buy new fairy dust and unicorn crap for the city of Erie. No, this
Well,
is a
they
county.
had the homeless, and DEI. And once again, I'm saying, how is that fair to the people living out in the county? How is
It's
that
not.
fair to the farmer out in Crawford or Edinburgh or Girard or anybody else in the county? Why
It's
is
not.
it their problem to fix the city's problems?
That's why they wanted me out, because I told them,
Right.
no, we're going to invest in Northeast. We're going to invest in Ellen's district. We're going to invest in Charlie Bale's district for infrastructure and make people create jobs. This project that I helped sign off on in Northeast is going to build dozens of new homes, not not buying new unicorns, building
Right.
homes, contractors, wood, screws, nails, concrete, labor to build these houses. And they're going to extend that sewer line, and it's going to open up a lot of property. But yeah, see, that's the crap that the Democrats could give a crap
Check, check.
less about. Oh, that's all they want. Is
Right.
that you, Brenda? Did I
Can
hear
you
Brenda?
finally hear me?
I can kind of hear you.
We can
Yeah.
hear you, Brenda.
Okay. I finally figured it out.
Well, welcome
We
aboard.
knew you would.
Appreciate it. We
Which is
knew you
also
would.
going to create more jobs while they're doing that building.
Yeah, and that's it too. This is going to go. This roof will go out to bid. They have to do bids. And then it's hopefully they hire a local contractor. I know Davis is all about hiring local contractors, but it comes down to the bidding process. I mean, it's that simple, and we get that.
Only
But just
4%. 4% of the budget. That's it.
well,
And
right,
it has to be done when the weather's good.
you don't want to do it in the
How do
middle
you
of
know?
Andre Horton almost had a heart attack. The warden came to us and said, "Hey, our domestic water for showers and cooking and stuff tanks are old. We've repaired them a couple of times. They're beyond repair. We needed new hot water for the inmates. We can't just say, nah, don't worry about it. No, it's our legal responsibility. They're human beings. They're doing their time. We have to provide hot water meals and such." Andre, you would swear I went and tipped over to his seat, took out his wallet, and took his credit card to pay for this. He's like, "Well, what? This
Oh,
is
yeah,
just,
that's the way they are.
yeah, this is just bad planning. Why did you guys cut?" When do we know when our hot water tanks are going to go out in our houses, folks? This is just common.
Common sense.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
know, that's why you have savings. But he
surplus.
acts like that money is for his DEI or some other stupid program.
They just want it for the city of Erie. They want your tax dollars and your county tax dollars to go back into the city. The city got $75 million of ARPA. We got like 55. And they have 70,000 people. We have over 200,000 people. And we got the short end of the stick. And then we still okay with the partnership. We gotta do our part to be good partners. And they just want more and more and more. And that's what Copeland ran on, is that we're gonna take the county dollars and we're gonna pay fair share. Dude, and again, I didn't get reelected, but I kept my word. I kept my word to the very end. I did not vote for that tax increase. I didn't.
Right.
I said I wouldn't, and I could have just went whatever. No, I kept my word. Let's see how these Democrats keep their word to the voters. We'll see. We got
Guaranteed they will call for another tax increase. And that's something I promised, that I would never, ever, ever vote for a tax increase. There's always a way. And you know what? The other thing Copeland didn't tell anybody is that he was a darn socialist. And here he is at every event with the Socialist Party.
Oh, absolutely, because that's where the money's at. And he,
Right.
he is a socialist. He came out of Chicago, everybody. Chicago. Hello.
Yeah.
Here's the sign. Pretzel came out of Florida. Well, okay, but then he didn't get on the right side of the tracks when he left, and then he came up here and doesn't pay taxes and lives off his in-laws. But hey, what do I know? But hey, you guys wanted
and he has his mommy. He has his mommy holding an umbrella over his head for him. He's how darn tall.
I could have
Has his
died.
mommy holding the umbrella for him.
I could have died.
That's a real man.
If I wasn't in uniform, holding an M1 Garand at the rest, I would have taken a picture of that. Because he's what
7 feet tall.
His mommy's holding his umbrella. I'm like, come on, man. Be a man up and hold the umbrella for your short mom, for God's sake. But hey, whatever. But no, you got good points about this. But reach out to your county council rep and let them know about this roof. I know it's a roof. We shouldn't be wasting time on it. It should be, hey,
Right.
the contractors, the engineers say the roof's bad. We've patched it up. We can't patch anymore. It's going to cause more problems. Let's get it fixed. All right, open up the bidding process. You do the bidding process. Make sure everyone's got on the same sheet of music. Get the roof done.
Right.
Now we won't have to. Everybody that's on this show, everybody listening, will not have to worry about that roof because we'll be long gone before that roof needs to be repaired again. But this is
Absolutely.
the point. This is what
And it's
Democrats.
another thing where they want to fight Brenton Davis. Okay. Everyone can agree. Brenton doesn't have the best social skills in the world, but he has a heart of gold. Okay. He wants to do what's best.
We'll be long gone before that roof needs to be repaired again. But this is
Absolutely.
feeding back.
And it's another thing where they want to fight, but he has a heart of gold. Okay. He wants to do what's best.
We'll be long repaired again. But
Absolutely.
Brenda,
Another thing
your volume, it's feeding back, and I can hear me talk to her like 10 seconds late.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go, Brian. But everybody, please, now's the time. Get them ballots filled out. Let's get everybody registered to vote. Okay. Let's win back the county. Let's win back the city. And let's win these presidential elections. Get Stacey Garrity elected, please. Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye,
Kim.
Brian.
Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, so came out of Florida. I know all these people coming in from other places trying to tell us how to run our areas that we grew up in. And I understand sometimes you got to look outside the box and come up with new ideas. But you know what? Being a socialist is not the new idea. I'm just so disappointed in the city of Erie that you would allow a socialist to actually become an elected official in the city of Erie. That's what you want? Oh, well, you got it. But I don't want to get stuck paying for it. And that's exactly what this clown is doing. And he at least he was honest about it. Hey, the county needs to pay their fair share to the city. Why? We pay our fair share to the county to take care of our stuff and make sure that our infrastructure, and we can put new sewer lines in and help Ellen with her sewer lines and extend the sewer lines up Route 89 in Northeast up the hill there, so we can build some new homes out there for families to move in and pay taxes and become employees and become that. Because if you're a socialist and you're only drawing off the system will crash. And that's exactly what they want. They want us on our knees. And you listen to their rhetoric, you listen to their hate. I had what was it? Oh, the owner of the Manicore came after me. We were having a discussion. We're not friends, so we were talking about that trooper in Philadelphia that pulled over a car, a legal stop. And of course, what happens? A confrontation starts. The guy starts fighting with the cop. Well, here comes the husband. The husband takes out the camera. And now, guess what? That trooper gets fired because he's on what? He's on probation. And here he is, an Army veteran, a state trooper. State police are scrambling. We can't get enough cadets. You don't even have to have college. Just come in here. Here we got a guy that served our country, became a state trooper, and gets fired because he pulls over the politically wrong person in Philadelphia. And of course, pull the pin, throw the grenade. Philadelphia is what? It's Democrat controlled. And who is our governor? Democrat controlled. So they fired this veteran because some politically connected person made a fuss about it. Just take your ticket. But that's, if you go online and you pull up these videos of these police stops, this is all this is coming down to. This is what it all comes down to, is fighting the cops and seeing what you can get away with, get them pinned back into a lawsuit, and you get your check. And that's exactly what they're doing. And that's exactly what happened in Philadelphia. Well, Colonel Stacey Garrity, treasurer, she posted on social media about PSP Strong and supporting this young man, did absolutely nothing wrong. If that person would have just got pulled over, taken their ticket, have a nice day. No, he chose to get in a confrontation with the trooper, and this guy was trained not to lose. Didn't pepper spray him, didn't taser him, didn't shoot him. It just got into a scuffle and he won. And of course, the liberal Democrats that have been pushing for years, just like that clown Senator Bob Casey pushed to defend the police. So I'm on there, but about and then all the support for this trooper. The local retired troopers are smoking mad. We know this guy. This was a good trooper, and he got caught in a bad situation. They're supporting him 100%. They're talking. I know they had a meeting. I'm not going to mention any names. I have a lot of good friends that are retired state troopers, and they're coming to help this kid. I shouldn't say kid, young man, and because it was bullshit. It was absolute bullshit politics. Liberal Democrats hating the cops. Look at Pittsburgh. They don't have cops at night. Philadelphia, Chicago. Nobody wants to be a cop there. Who would want to be a cop there? Let them fend for themselves. Bye. Go. I bet you Ron DeSantis would pick this trooper right up here. So it's crazy. What is that fancy pop up, Brenda? The race car. Look at from Scott. That's a big fancy pop up.
I don't know. It just kind of showed up. I think I hit something. I figured it out.
Of course, there, young lady. Yeah, I was like, Scott, hi.
Still trying to
I know
figure
you're.
it out.
Yeah, I know, Scott. You're that was fun. Just this big pop up across my screen come up with Scott Hyde's text. He must be on the buddy list or something. So call your representative, which in Erie County is a waste of your time because you got the three stooge Democrats that won't do anything against Wolfie Boy. I'm sorry, against Shapiro, because that's that. Shapiro had to have some say on that. Look at that. Kim Hunter popped up too. Look at that. Kim Hunter, call in, guys. It's kind of cool though. I like it. I don't know how
I just figured it out.
I've got a good producer in the command center on she can listen. Well, I think maybe I have to get you some headsets and that might help the feedback. But it sounds better now. But my point is Stacey Garrity is supporting this trooper. There's a GoFundMe up and running. There's a petition to sign. They're selling. You can go on my social media. There's a place where you can buy T-shirts and all the money. The PSP is going to donate all the T-shirt sales money to this young trooper that has been illegally terminated. He did nothing wrong. It's just political bullshit. Speaking of T-shirts, we have T-shirts now. Of course, Brenda made T-shirts. We're selling them to help support the show. We're not going to Florida on it. All this is just to help pay the bills. I can't see. Yeah, there it is. Boots on the ground with Brian Shank. There's no phone number on it. If you want to look at it closer, just go to my Facebook page. They're there. If you want a T-shirt, we're trying to stick with red, but if that red's not your color, let us know. But red is the Republican color. We want a clear message that Boots on the Ground is a conservative, local, growing area. Look at that. T-shirts available for $20 to help support the show. I love that little pop-up. Are you doing that?
Yes, I am.
You're so smart. Yes, I am. I'm gonna have to get you a headset with a microphone. That way you're like director official, But yeah, again, all we're trying to do is just defer the cost. Brenda and I, we've had some great donations in the past. Nice cash donations by supporters, and we want to build. We're building, and we took the step with the Restream. We're on, like I said, we're on X, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I tell you what, but we got listeners in Colorado. We got listeners in Texas, so we're doing pretty good. I'm not Glenn Beck or the ultimate golden microphone EIB Rush Limbaugh, but I'm just a guy broadcasting live from his dining room, as Karen likes to put it. So We do it for your voice. You can call in, you can text, you can do whatever you want. There's no time limits. I know, like we had Jake Banta last week. I'm working on somebody, a big hitter to come in. I talked to a Cormac's Erie guy. He's going to try to get him to come call in, and we're working on Mr. Sunday. You know, we want this message just not to be me. I want you to hear from them. Brenda, do you have any videos available?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Because you're a great director, producer.
Now we know why Biden only does interviews with weathermen like Al Roker. Last night he talked with CNN and it was a train wreck. He lied.
Stress on our system.
Now we know why Biden only does interviews with
Sorry
weathermen
about that.
like Al Roker.
I was trying
Last night
to
he talked with CNN and it was a train wreck.
increase the
He
volume on
lied,
that.
insulted his voters, and scared away famous backers. Biden's losing the Israel and Hamas vote.
Increase the volume.
But the Mideast isn't the top issue for
I
voters.
can't.
It's the economy,
Oh.
stupid. Instead of empathizing with us, he tried lying his way out.
Oh yeah, that is Mac.
But he didn't get away with it this time.
Biden falsely claimed that inflation was 9% when he took office.
It was 9% when I came to office. 9%.
Inflation was actually 1.4% when Biden was sworn in, peaking at 9.1% in June 2022.
What's one more lie for a black Puerto Rican truck driving Jewish professor whose uncle was eaten by cannibals? What is new is that the media called him a liar. Where Biden really shot himself in the foot, though, is when he told you to shut up and spend more of the money you don't have.
There's real pain. I mean, grocery prices are up 30%, more than 30%, since the beginning of the pandemic. And people are spending more on food and groceries than they have at any time, really, in the past 30 years. I mean, that's a real day-to-day pain that people
No,
feel.
it really is. And it's real. But the fact is that if you take a look at what the people have, they have the money to spend.
Who has money to spend besides Gold Bar
There's
Bob?
nothing special
Andy
about being
Willis?
American. None of you can define for me what an American is.
That's America. 100,000 people. We can define that, Joe. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like I said, you know, this is the guy that is blindly shuffling through our lives, telling us what to do, and you know, you can't define what America is. Listen here, you sniffy, creepy old man. We didn't have to lie through law school. We didn't have to graduate at the bottom of our class in law school. We didn't get kicked off the campaign trail because you got caught perjuring other people's speeches because you were trying to be president, what, 20 years ago, when your brain was somewhat okay, and now 50 years later you're running for re-election. Nothing's changed. You're still the sniffy, creepy old guy that was been around this whole time. And you can package it all you want. You can have exactly puppet. You know, you can package this, and you know, you can have your support people all around you to make you look better in your old man shoes and redirect you up a set of stairs because you can't use the big boy stairs anymore. We know who you are. We know what you did, and you're not getting reelected. How are we going to do that? We are going to get off our backsides. If your friend needs a ride, give them a ride. If they need a mail-in ballot, get them a mail-in ballot. I don't like mail-in ballots. I don't care. Plug your nose, fill it out, send it in. If you have a neighbor or a coworker that hasn't voted, but all they do is sit around and bitch and complain at break time about the economy, and I need a raise, and the boss can't give you a raise because of the inflation. CNN caught him lying. You know it's bad when CNN, the Clinton News Network, calls him out saying, you're wrong. So they can't cover him anymore. But you know, this cult called the Democrat Party is just putting him on a pedestal, and they're like, We're the cultist? Absolutely not. I make a clear decision on who I'm going to vote for the reason why. And 90% of it is the security of this country, the welfare of this country, and my back pocket. That plain and simple. Hey, Corey, I didn't see a slide in the room. I apologize, sir. Trump will beat Biden in PA. We know that. He's in a great spot. They've tied his hands. They've lassoed him. They brought him to the ground. They've got him stuck. Oh, hey, we got a call here. Lou Aliotta. How do we owe this privilege?
Hey, Patriot, Brian, how are you?
Well, it's nice to hear from you, my friend. Haven't heard you in a while.
Yeah, well, I've been kind of busy.
Oh,
but,
trust. I read your 20 emails a week, sir, that are 50 pages deep.
Hey, can I suggest maybe putting a session on, basic U.S. constitutional First Amendment freedom of speech? And the reason why I say that is that if you don't enlighten, educate, you're not going to empower the people of Erie County. Have you heard the little situation with my encounter with the new chairman of county council and the chairman of the Board of Elections, Andre Horton, that I asked point blank. I said, are you silencing me? Are you restricting my speech? Because I was responding to a horrific type of harassment from county council chairman Terry Scattell.
No, I say I call Belody 15 yards because you guys don't have history together. You guys never served on the Mill Creek School Board together, and I was determined. I thought you guys were going to get into a fist fight. But hey, I digress.
No, okay, no, I understand where you're coming from. No, when I said it point blank, and I said, are you restricting it? And I addressed it to Mr. Horton. Are you restricting or silencing my speech during my public comment? We went back and forth and checked it out, with Solicitor Tallarico.
Democrat.
Well, guess what? All right.
All three of them are Democrats. You had no chance.
No, that's where I would say to you and the audience, if you don't speak up and you don't challenge these elected and appointed public officials, and you say, where is it that you could do that? Well, excuse me, but
yeah,
we have a practice here that you can't comment on each individual county councilman. They do the same thing in school boards, and people are not educated and they're not challenging because they're suppressing your speech. Well, guess what? All right. Now I'm gonna have to get the legals involved, and this may have to go to common pleas court.
Oh, bring it on, brother. I mean, your track record is phenomenal. I mean, we love you. I don't always agree with you, and you and I have had our disagreements, but we're still friends. And get back to your Constitution point. I love it. You give me somebody that can come in here. I'll sit back in my nice comfy chair and I'll let them have the airways and they can talk about whatever they want. So let's do that. And I love the idea. This is why we do what we do. We do this because I don't have a sponsor to answer to. I don't have a time limit. Oh, sorry, Lou, I'm up to my hard break here. I got to cut you out of here. No,
Okay.
Gina goes on the phone. I'm not picking on Talk Erie, but they're up against breaks. They're up against commercials. We don't
I know.
have that here. This is
Yeah.
free speech, man. That's what it's about. So you get me somebody to come on the show. I'll sit back and relax and drink out of my tumbler.
Invite me on. You take care. God bless.
All right, thanks, man. You can call back anytime, Lou.
Take care. Right.
Bye. And that's exactly our point here. That's exactly why we do the show. That's why Brenda and I, Brenda pulls her hair out right before the show just to make sure everything's perfect. She sits in the command center like she's a big producer back there with her laptop and shot one
Hey,
video
I
two.
can change this.
I know. Don't
I can mute you.
don't mute me. Thanks, buddy. Hey, buddy. Pal, wife, friend, amigo. No, and this is why that's why I love this restream. I mean, this was the best thing that's the best money I've ever spent, in this world. But it does cost money, upgrades cost money. We gotta have to upgrade a camera. That's why we're using one camera tonight. I think I have a camera that's going futzy, and again, we can only buy what we can afford. We have to pay our taxes. We have to pay.
We're not like the government that spends more than we have.
Yeah, I'm not county council where we just go and write checks, and I'm not sniffy Joe Biden where I just send billions of dollars to, and then support terrorists and let the folks of Israel suffer. Well, that's all right. That'll come around. I love that little pop up ad. T-shirts available for $20. I love that. See, so this is like I can't. This is like Fox News because it's all the graphics and stuff. It's all cool, but no, and this is why the whole intent of this. Why we went on the radio. But that's $200 an hour. This is not $200 an hour. I mean, it's not. The electricity, the lights, the internet. We bought the laptop, and and then of course they upgraded the software, the microphone. I do need to upgrade the microphone stand. It's getting a little wonky, but when you buy a $50 one off Amazon because you're watching your dollars, you got to be careful. And then studio lights. Lights are lights. We're good. I got my fans. I got my backdrop. And I got my scrolling LED light. But yeah, I know. I mean, Kim, it was a great idea. Brenda did the research. She sat here and pulled her hair out for a couple hours. Yeah, they let people speak about Britain, and even they speak about Britain. Well, yeah, they do. Well, because they're Democrats. America. See, I even got my audio fixed here. Corey, check. You are live, sir.
Awesome. How's everything going up in Erie with boots on the ground?
I think we're doing well. I've been, there's a lot of things that you don't see going on. You haven't seen, I was talking to Brad Peganoff, good patriot. He does a lot of work for the Republican Party. About who we can get some guests on here. We're working on some of the candidates to come on, and I don't charge them $200 an hour. I don't say you got 15 minutes. That was one of the questions I had from one of the candidates reps tonight is how much time we got, how much you want. I mean, I don't care. But so how you doing down in your neck of the woods, sir?
Oh, yeah, pretty good. It feels weird because within the last 3 weeks, I haven't been out campaigning or doing anything. And it's just, I'm not used to it. I was doing something every day up until the primary.
Oh, I totally get it. Just like being on council, council, email meetings, chairman, this, that, they chair what, the girls in the office. Hey, we need this sign. Can you come down and do this? And all of a sudden it's like, okay, what am I going to do today? So yeah, I feel you, man. I do. But you put your heart and soul into it. I mean, trust me, I never saw anybody work as hard as you did. You guys have done a lot. We know that you had your heart set on this. It didn't work out. That's okay. We are going to find you a new direction, and we're going to get Trump elected. That's simple.
Oh, yeah. Also, both you and I, we're both committee members.
I know.
Both to our respective county committees, and we have to have a reorganizational meeting. So that's going to be fun. The PAGOP did not inform me about if I am going to be attending the reorganizational meeting because the PAGOP, I think they may have blackmailed me or put me on some sort of blacklist because they just sent out emails to people informing people that there's going to be a reorganizational meeting. but they didn't send me an email.
I didn't
to
get
Butler
one. I
So-
didn't. I don't feel bad. I didn't get one. That's why do you think I put up on my own without? I don't really care permission from Tom Eddy because he's not my chairman. You know, I stole that. He's not my chairman, and I put up an event page and shotgunned it out. Made it public. Anybody, and it's getting a lot of traction because they're playing dirty politics. Exactly what they're doing. They're not telling the people. They don't want people to come out and vote because he's stacking the deck in his favor so he can steal the chairman when he's going to go down in history as the most hated chairman in Erie County history because he's a bully. I mean, I went to one meeting and I walked out of there in shock. I was like, oh my God. And then I heard the shit he talked on me saying that I stole their logo, which is bullshit. My wife made that logo. So I sent him a text. I said, hey, here's your logo. That logo you have is actually Brenda's. So I would be really careful of puffing your chest and accusing people of stealing when you stole ours. But
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I have yet to hear one positive thing about Tom Eddy, and not only that, but he lost the delegate race.
Saw that.
You know, I did also, but
it's all right.
he got a beating down in Butler County when it came to that delegate race. He got last place in
Whooping.
Butler, which is the biggest Republican stronghold in Western Pennsylvania.
I think Joe Biden took him behind the barn and gave him a whooping.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the party of tolerance, you know, threatening people, Maxine Waters. I wish I should have pulled a video up. It's a collage of all the Democrats, you know, invoking violence against other people because they don't like Trump, you know.
Yeah,
So-
it's just.
Yeah, so
I hope for Erie that I hope you guys have the votes to get a new chairman, and
We do.
Whether it's you or Tim Kuzma, you guys would both be phenomenal.
yeah,
He's the
I
chairman.
don't qualify under their illegal bylaws, which they just make up as they go, which are supposed to be compliant with the state, which they don't. So basically, the only one that's eligible to be a chairman would be Tim Kuzma, and I love Tim Kuzma. Do I always agree with him? Absolutely not. But at least we're cool about it. You know, like that's a dumb idea. Ah, rah, 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 bark, bark, bark. And we have a nice day. You know, you can't do that with Tom Eddy. It's his way, the highway, and he barks at you. You know, he's pretty tough for a gym teacher.
Yeah, I remember I met Tim Kuzma when I was up in Erie, and he was one of the nicest people that you could ever meet. And he's just a very honorable man and an all over great guy. And it's definitely someone that you would want to be in the front spotlight of the chairmanship,
Right.
if need be. And that's a vibe I don't give to Tom Eddy, because Tom Eddy kind of turns people around. And you know, I don't think Tom Eddy was ever fit for that job, because you know, when you hear more complaints about, you know, someone or about the party up there than you hear positive things, it basically all goes back to the chairman. So, but I heard nothing but good things about you, Brian. I heard nothing but good things about Tim. So it's just Erie County is very, very blessed to have both you guys, you and Tim.
Oh, and I appreciate it. You know what? And it's not about me. It's about we. You know, I met Tim
Group
Kuzma.
effort, yeah.
Tim Kuzma had a little Ford pickup truck he uses for building signs for his business. He had a Trump. He had two 4x8 Trump signs stacked on top of each other. One was pink, women for Trump, and we were sitting out in front of Lavery's protesting. Oh man, Beto. Beto came to Erie when he was running for president.
no.
I'm gonna take your AR-15s. We all stood out there. One of my friends stood there. She had a pink AR-15. She's like, come out and take it. He wouldn't even come out. You know, wouldn't even come out. He's all talk.
Beto's a coward, and he probably has to ask his
Should be in jail.
wife's boyfriend for permission to come out of the house.
Well, he should be in jail.
Beto O'Rourke is.
He's been
Oh, yeah.
arrested. You know, I mean, that typical Democrat, just like Pretzel to beat me. You know, should be in jail. You know, he gets a pass, and everyone's like, it's okay. Beto had been how many times did Beto get arrested? 6 times, I think.
Bernie Sanders got arrested also back in the day.
Well, I think his was more protesting, but it's funny. It's funny if you're really bored out of your mind, Google Bernie Sanders and his family. They're Jewish. They changed the name so it wouldn't be so. He talks like I'm not trying to stereotype folks that are Jewish, but they have a certain kind of accent, and he has that accent. And his parents were Jewish, and changed their name so his son would have a better chance not being a Jew, a person. It's like what? These people are all fake. They walk around like their backsides don't stink, and they're fake. They're just fake, and it disgusts me, and that's why I got into politics. And then, the way I look at it is the Democrat Party has spent almost $1 million to take me out of office. I love it, man. That's a million. I'm the $1 million man.
Your threat.
Brenda, that's a new T-shirt. The $1 million man. Shank the tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
The $1 million man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Kim Hunter, Kyle Faust, he should be in jail for the shit he pulled. But he's a Democrat. He gets a pass. PFAs disappear. Shit doesn't happen. They walk around with their noses in the air. They're better than everybody else, and they're dirty dogs. Like Mary Rennie and her crap up that she pulled up here. She walks around like she owns this town, but she quit 6 months. 6 months of her election, she quits, and then she had to form the Rennie Raiders to come after the library. And I talked to Charlie Bell Tuesday was council meeting. And I text them and he's like, sorry, I'm going in the meeting. Oh, my bad. I forgot. They were done in 20 minutes, not 2 hours, not 3 hours, because all the library haters have finally got it through their thick skulls that they lost. It's a done deal. I told you that 6 months ago. It's a done deal. Nope, we have to do a petition. We have over all these petitions. Yeah, that's 2.2 of Erie County's petition. Sign your petition. Whoop-de-doo. And so now that they don't have this fight, the library, they were out there in 20 minutes. I'm like, wow, and because you have a weak chairman that won't hold these people's feet to the fire and tell them no, or he gavels them. No, that gavel's tough, man. I tried to break it a bunch of times. It won't break. It won't break. I've gaveled that thing. You go on YouTube's when I was throwing people out because they chose to be disrespectful and disrespect that chambers and our organization. And now look at it. Now it's just Snowflake City. Drexel sits there. I feel like I should run in there and check his pulse. I don't see him talk or do anything. But there's such a contrast to Shank that never shuts up. So I'll shut up and you talk.
Oh yeah, and just speaking of how bad these people are and how the grudges they hold against people just because they have an R beside their political registration or they're conservatives. I remember, oh yeah, this is the first time I'm talking about this publicly, but at the eclipse in Erie, I was in Erie City, and you know who else was there? Governor Josh Shapiro was there, and he was literally right beside me by this store, and he was talking to people outside the store. So I had my "We Stand with Donald Trump" hat on, and yeah, I had that hat on, and then Nathan, right?
Yep.
Nathan Ripper.
Oh yeah.
He had his Vote Red sweater on.
Nice.
So we see Josh Shapiro talking, and we go up to him because I was figuring, hey, I want to shake his hand. Like, what the heck?
He's
I had
short.
my Trump stuff on. So after he got done speaking with this one voter, he looked at me, and I extended my hand, and Nathan was right beside me as my witness. Took his hand right back and walked into the store. He is such a coward. He is.
Wow. You see, they're always Mr. Grip and Grin, and wow. So much for unity and we're all Pennsylvanians and
So much for a so-called moderate governor.
Yeah.
I wonder what he'd have to do first. Does he have to call Alex Soros and ask him for permission to shake my hand? Because that's the guy who's funding his campaign.
Well, yeah, I mean,
by George Soros.
Yeah, he's got his walking leash, just like this is all county councilors now. You got the Fab Four, they're on leashes. Scatella's bought and paid for by the Democrat Party. We know Pretzel was over $200,000 bought and paid for. And then Copenhagen, he's just a socialist that should be run out of town because this is not socialist and republics don't mix. They don't. You know, just because you walk around in cowboy boots and you come to an interview for county council in cowboy boots, jeans, and a raggedy shirt, and how about you shave? And he's like, well, you guys are just playing politics. Well, how about you dress the part? You know, Tom Spagel,
Right.
he came to the interview, you know, he came from work, he had a nice shirt on, jacket, slacks, shoes. Did he have a tie on? I hate ties. I'd never make him wear a tie, but he looked sharp, you know. But this is it's just like Fetterman, you know, you have to write the rules that you can't wear shorts and a hoodie to work.
The Capitol as a senator.
Hello, and now we have to write a law that you can't fly a Ukrainian flag on the floor. Why do we have to write laws to tell you common sense? You know, it's just like this. My dad, you know, he's an Army veteran. He's 85 years old, and you know, he was telling me, you know, about this flag stuff. These Palestinian flags being hoisted in the air on U.S. soil. They should be shot for treason. Sorry, I know the haters are going to go, oh, Shank's saying that we should shoot people. Well, that's what happens when you're in war and you get convicted of treason. They'll shoot you. But we don't do that anymore. Yeah, yeah, I got that. But yeah, this Palestinian flag on U.S. soil makes me want to throw up. You know, my uncle John died because he went to Vietnam, got sick afterwards. He died for that flag. He would go down there with his cane and beat these kids, adults, terrorists for putting that flag up on U.S. soil. How many men and women he knew?
Now are they putting up on U.S. soil, but they're putting up on these liberal students or protesting at their college graduations with the Palestinian flags. It's happening all across America. It's like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
I think we should do a GoFundMe, raise some money, and send these wannabe terrorists on a field trip to Palestine, especially the LGBTQ for Palestine.
Oh yeah,
they'd
Speaking
go
of
over
Palestine,
really well.
You know what chicken? You know queers for Palestine, right?
Yeah.
That's like saying chickens for KFC.
You stole that off of me, Mike, because I saw that on Facebook. It's the truth, but it's the truth. They have no clue what they're doing. They're just in their mind. This is social justice, and you know, I got to tell you, I'm really proud of these universities. They're a little bit slow, but at least they pulled the trigger, metaphorically, of course, to shut this crap down. You know, because to me that's treason. That's disgusting. You know, you want to walk around with a flag, that's fine. But you know what? You hoist it up on I'd say we go to Palestine, take down their flag at their capital, whatever they call their terrorist headquarters, and put up a U.S. flag and see what they do. You wouldn't make it out of the parking lot. They'd shoot you dead.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And these college students, liberals, the whole reason why they're doing it is because they're seeing Hollywood celebrities that are funded by, you know, higher authorities that are elitist cabal people, and they post pro-Palestine stuff, and like Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, and then they all see that these young Gen Z college people, they see it through TikTok, and then they all start making it their own personal lives and stuff like that, and they post about it every single day about how Palestine is good and Israel's bad. I'm like, well, you people need to start reading the Bible.
No, listen. Trust me, man, you're absolutely right. And if they actually read their Bible, they would probably burst into flames.
Oh yeah, they can't handle the truth.
They just know, because the big guy would like, get your paws off my book, because we know who you are. Yeah, I haven't shown my presence in a while, but I'm gonna stop the buck right here. Get your little terrorist hands off my book. But yeah, no, yeah, you like I said, we got a busy summer coming up. We got a lot of things to do. We're gonna push, of course, for our team, our Republican. You know, Brenda spent 2 hours on her computer to build that little collage of all the candidates' flags. 2 hours she did to do that.
Wow,
to do
that was impressive. I saw that on the Facebook. That looks really nice.
Yeah, she puts
Thank you.
Flags put together. That's
she can talk now.
Yes, I can talk now.
Brenda, I wish
Thank you.
we gave her the right to vote, and now she can speak. So we're very progressive here in the Shank compound.
Hey, if you could
Yeah,
show
we're
your
gonna have
shirt
to,
again,
what we
Brian.
need to do. Yeah, that's gonna say we need to put some artwork on here. That way we can just click through your design there, and we can put that shirt up.
I was trying.
It's hard for me.
Right, I was trying to
I
put it
saw
in
you.
the back, but it wasn't working.
No.
Oh yeah, sure.
So yeah, here's the official boots on the ground with Brian Shank t-shirt. You know, we're selling them just to take some of the sting out of the cost of doing the show and the upgrades. So this one doesn't have a phone number on it because we figured, you guys all know my phone number anyway. And you know, the haters, we want to make them work. We're trying to find them. Yeah, so you can get them in any color, any size. You know, we're trying to go with theme red because it's a Republican color, but we'll add it so we can actually put a picture of it on here because we can add pictures on it. But it's just, again, we're just learning, you know, how to do all this stuff, you know, because
And I will thank Kim Learn, and Kim Hunter, who have both ordered one already.
Oh, nice. We appreciate that. But yeah, so we can add, you know, pictures. I found that picture on my laptop, and we can do overlays and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll just show. We can put a picture. So we can just put a picture of that collage.
I don't know how. I don't know where you got that from.
Well, it's because I'm on my laptop. You're on your laptop.
Right, but what button did you
design?
All right, bro.
Hey, Corey, yeah, we're just sitting here arguing about pictures, but no, Corey, keep up the good work, man. You know, we appreciate you. You know, come up to Erie. You know, anytime you need to.
Okay.
We'll put you to work because we got a lot of stuff going on here. We're going to be changing a lot in the Republican Party. We're going to get boots on the ground. We're going to get back to basics, and you know, we need to make this happen. I'm literally putting the Trump trailer back together. I have to fix the old sign because it says fence on it. So
awesome. Well, I'll be up at Erie a lot this summer, so I hope to see you sometime soon.
Now, you know the Democrats are going to hate that one. Corey, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
All right, see you, Brian.
Be safe.
Bye.
You're trying to get me nasty emails, aren't you? See,
well, here's the other one that you liked.
Oh yeah, I have a dream. See the fancy stuff we can do with this restraint, which gives it. We have a new toy. We can do more things to it. But you know, other than that, you know, I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll bring this thing in for landing. We're a little over an hour. There it is. That's the official T-shirt. Thank you. I knew that. Yeah, I knew you could do it. Just how do we do it?
Mm-hmm. I was putting it in the background instead of in the overlay.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, because the background you can't see, at least with the overlay. So that's the T-shirt. You can get it any color. It looks really sharp and black. I mean, because the neon green. If anybody, well, of course I have a neon green shirt on. You know, as a fire cop, I always have neon green on, so that's why we went with that. And then the boots on the ground. That color just pops out when you put it on black. Brenda made me a sweatshirt. Like I said, I was DJing for the up at the VA today, and it was a little cool. So she made me a black sweatshirt with that on the back, and it just really popped right out there. So, but other than that, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate the call. I don't want to put out who we potentially are going to have next week. We have to firm it up. These are very, very busy men and women that are very active in the political world and on the big stage. And I'll be humbled and blessed to have them come on the show. How'd you get that up in the corner like that?
I did it as a logo.
Oh, look at that. So that's a T-shirt. See, we're learning. We're learning. But other than that, Brenda, you got anything you want to add?
Let's see. I have that.
They're going to Mexico. So many hundreds and hundreds of companies are doing this. We cannot let it happen. Under my plan, I'll be reducing taxes tremendously from 35% to 15% for companies, small and big businesses. That's going to be a job creator like we haven't seen since Ronald Reagan. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. Companies will come, they will build, they will expand, new companies will start, and I look very, very much forward to doing it. We have to renegotiate our trade deals, and we have to stop these countries from stealing our companies and our jobs.
That was a good video to end up with. I appreciate that. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. Wednesday night, Boots on the Ground with Brian Shank. I appreciate your time. I do. I appreciate you for sharing your evenings after a hard day at work with some guy, hashtagging live from his dining room in Harbor Creek. Here we are going to throw some music up here as we say goodbye.
When I'm president, we will not allow our colleges to be taken over by violent radicals. And if you come here from another country and try to bring jihadism or anti-Americanism or anti-Semitism to our campuses, we will immediately deport you. You'll be out of that school.
Love it. Love it. Sign me up. I'll go down and volunteer. I will. Might be a little old and chubby, but I still know how to use handcuffs. But you got any more, Brenda, or am I going to say goodbye?
There was only one more that we didn't play.
Okay, go ahead.
Love Donald Trump, whether you like Donald Trump or whether you're a Democrat or don't care about politics, what's going on inside that courtroom is a threat to American democracy, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot have a country where you get to prosecute your political opponents instead of persuading voters. Joe Biden's entire strategy is to try to distract from inflation at home and war overseas with this sham trial. I just want to live in a reasonable country where we try to persuade voters in our politics. We don't try to throw our political opponents in jail. So this is a disgrace, and I wanted to be here to show some support for my friend.
That's it.
That's it. That's it for the videos. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. We'll be here next Wednesday. Hopefully, pay attention to my Facebook. If we get confirmed our guest, it'll be a good show. And we were setting it up to about 8:30, and we're working out the details of getting him on here, and that will be great because this little show is becoming something. It's becoming the voice that you don't have. And I ain't having it. I'm not having it. Not on my watch. I took the oath to serve and defend the Constitution of the United States, and I will do it to the best of my ability until my last breath. My t-shirt. Help me pay my bills. All right, everybody, good night. As I salute you, remember, everybody deployed, I thank you all for coming out. Let's just do this. That's all we have to do. All we have to do is one simple thing, is to get out and vote. We will win this. I have all the utmost confidence in the folks of Pennsylvania. Democrats, Republicans, Independents will come out and do the right thing. Because, like they say, Sniffy Joe's got to go. Good night. Peace out.